DMK feels that they can cover their incompetence, misrule and mismanagement and failure in governance by bribing the voters. Vijay is creating noise. Anybody who is in politics will understand noise has to translate into actions based on their ideological beliefs. Women and children say that we don't feel safer in the state anymore. There are perennial issues for a common man to run his day-to-day affairs. Party is above all these narratives. And everybody in Tamil Nadu knows that AIADMK doesn't take decisions or anything that is out of religion and caste.
In a state that has always spoken about a binary, for a very long time in this narrative, it seemed like the AIADMK, the NDA, was nowhere in the picture. People were only saying it's DMK, TVK, DMK, TVK, till your leaders seem to have suddenly decided to go aggressive.
We were very confident from the beginning. The behavioral science of Tamil Nadu voters is different when it comes to Lok Sabha and when it comes to Assembly. So the Assembly narrative and the underlying current with respect to the rulers will get to know only a couple of months prior to the elections. We were very clear from the beginning. It is between the Dravidian majors, AIADMK versus DMK. But since a newcomer has to position himself, he has to challenge the ruler. So TVK, Mr. Vijay started positioning himself as the alternate to DMK, wherein DMK believed that that could help them to take away the anti-incumbency vote to their favor so that we will not win. But the political climate and dynamics changed really faster. Now it is between the Dravidian majors. That's what the ground reality is.
So who is your major worry? I mean, you must have worries. You can't be going into an election without any tension. That's the fun of elections. Is it the DMK or the worry that Vijay may eat into some of your votes? So in your speeches, who do you attack more?
My biggest worry is Mr. Gandhi smiling in the hands of DMK. That's my biggest worry. Because they believe that they can purchase and they can buy votes. Even at some constituencies, we get news that they are offloading almost close to 4K per voter. And a constituency like Coimbatore, where it is a bastion of AIADMK, Sindhul Balaji, who has got a seat there, he is offloading almost 10K per voters, which is running close to about 120 crores as his budget for one assembly constituency. So that's the biggest worry. So this DMK feels that they can cover their incompetence, misrule and mismanagement and failure in governance by bribing the voters. And the fake narratives and the fake achievements of DMK is another biggest worry. So anyways, it has been very well countered by our leader on the ground because he has almost complete 210 constituencies now.
Having not attack Vijay at all.
Vijay is creating noise. Anybody who is in politics will understand noise has to translate into actions based on their ideological beliefs. That has to be agreed and accepted by the people and his fan followers. And when it comes to elections, it has to turn into votes. It's still a long way.
Your party is attacked by the DMK for being a party that is not fighting for the two-language thing, but surrendering to the BJP's idea of a three-language formula, bringing Hindi into the state, and basically being dictated to on these points by the BJP.
So you're saying that we are slaves of the BJP. That's
this is what the DMK is saying.
I thank you for your polished words, but still this is the narrative of DMK. But this is a rotten narrative. See, till 2021 EPS was the chief minister, he made it very clear that we are okay with a two-language policy. And even in this manifesto of 2026, we clearly had it in our manifesto point 107, wherein we said that there are some contradictory and objectionable statements in NEP with respect to the three-language policy. Till such time we seek a clarity and assurance, we will not implement it.
Point 107.
Yeah, page 25.
It's rather far down on the list, isn't it? Since it's a major issue for people in the state.
DMK are masters of lies. They don't bank on truth to meet the people. This and other. Let me tell you how they play the double standard game when it comes to power. How they compromise on their ideology. I'll give you an example. PM Shri Schools is based on three-language policy. It is this DMK government which went and met the Union Minister of Education, and the State Minister of Education, Mr. Anbil Magesh, goes and meets him in Delhi, gives them a letter in writing saying that we are okay to start PM Shri Schools in Tamil Nadu. For that, we will form a committee. There itself, they have compromised on their two-language ideology. Once this got exposed, they backtracked. And they started blaming us and saying that they will listen to their masters. They will get. But when we were an ally with BJP, the same issue was there. It never happened in Tamil Nadu under our leader EPS. So this is a rotten narrative. This clearly shows the desperation of DMK that they have nothing to tell the people of Tamil Nadu as their achievements in the 5-year rule.
You can call it a rotten narrative, but how are you fighting that perception on the ground? Because it is very obvious in Tamil Nadu that resonance is there with that idea that Tamil Nadu should not be subservient to a Delhi. And that narrative is what is being used against your leader.
Repeated usage of that narrative doesn't give credit to the Goepel's theory. So that doesn't give. The point on the ground is people feel that I am being deceived by this DMK's fake promises and false promises, and this government has done nothing to me as a common man to lead my normal life. Women and children says that we don't feel safer in the state anymore. There are perennial issues for a common man to run his day-to-day affairs. That's what they are more interested to know, what is this government is going to do for us. So this trade rights, this ideological rights, this federalism, these all will crop up only during the time of elections from DMK, not in the 5-year rule. Have you ever seen them talking about delimitation, talking about federalism, state rights, language in the last 5 years? It was last spoken in 2024, now in 2026. But look at their actions in between, it's all contradictory. Party known for its double standards. That's what we expose, and people understand it better than us. And we are surprised to see the political awareness and quotient of Tamil Nadu voters is far more higher than majority of the politicians in Tamil Nadu.
After the death of Jayalalitha ji, your party split into two sections. You said yourself you had factions, you had a terrible time dealing with the whole thing. Now, don't you think there is still some confusion? There's OPS on one side, there's EPS on one side, there's Dinakaran, there's Shashikala. There are still factions, there are old loyalties. How do you think it will all consolidate in the favor of the party led by Mr. EPS?
As you rightly pointed out, there is a saying in English, nobody can work under two bosses. But we are the only political party in India to experiment that as well, till 2021. Till 2021, there are 7 consecutive electoral losses for the party, which is predominantly attributed to this model of dual leadership. So the moment we sought to move towards a single leadership, there was a tussle, there was a struggle. In politics, not only the smartest, hardest, wittest, even the combination of all three multiplied by other factors is the person who can come to the helm of affairs. EPS proved himself to be the person who can be in the chair. So the prospects of the party started changing. People who were rivals, who started factions, started drifting away. And some started floating their own party, like Mr. Dinakaran. He started his own political party. The others joined hands with our rival DMK, started taking instructions from them to create more rift and confusion within the party, like Mr. O. Paneerselvam. So once they stand exposed, they become political orphans. DMK has given asylum to them. Mr. OPS has finally sought his political asylum with DMK. So they are no more noisemakers, or they don't have any bandwidth to create any rift or debate within the party because they stand exposed. Now, EPS with his leadership acumen and his leadership style has silently worked towards consolidating the party foundation. The first thing what he did was to increase the party's primary membership from 1.5 crores to 2 crores and 6 lakhs. And he is the only leader now in the entire history of Tamil Nadu since independence to appoint 9 office bearers for one booth. So totaling 77,480 booths, he has appointed 9 office bearers, 3 are women, 33% reservation come in there, and all are then more 45 years of age, less than 45 years of age. So 6,97,000 booth level office bearers are already on the ground for the last 1 year.
Adding to what Shikha is asking, it was actually a strategic mistake, isn't it? To Tevar vote was something that the AIADMK banked on. EPS, sir, is from the Gounder community. The fact that he alienated that vote has actually weakened your party's position in the southern part of Tamil Nadu. Mr. OPS has joined, of course, the DMK group. But that is adding his own personal, bandwidth that he is bringing from there of the Tevar support to that party. Isn't that a strategic mistake on your part?
See, I beg to differ because people doesn't perceive AIADMK to be a party which is affiliated to one particular religion or one particular caste. It goes by the ideology, all are one, God is one. So nobody experiments whether the leader belongs to this community or that community. Nobody differentiates us based on that since the party was started by our founder MGR. This is a desperate narrative by DMK and their ecosystem to brand ourselves as that we are against Tevas, who is a predominant community, we are for Counters. They tested this and they failed. We are the party for all. We are the party for all caste and creed and religion. And one representation doesn't ensure that the entire vote bank of that particular community is going to go behind them. That's not the case. You will find another person who represents them. Like you have the same Mr. R.B. Uday Kumar who represents that community. You have Mr. Rajan Chellappa who represents that community. All you need in a political party is to find the right representation for them. That's what everybody look forward for. So OPS miserably, who tried to shield himself as a representative of that particular community, failed to garner support. No, he failed to garner support from them. Now, Mr. Dinakaran coming back as an ally with us clearly indicates that he feels that by aligning with AIADMK, the prospects of his political party AMMK is good. He will get due representations. He will get due MLAs from the party. Party is above all these narratives. And everybody in Tamil Nadu knows that AIADMK doesn't take decisions or anything that is out of religion and caste.
Thank you very much. I know you're the busiest youngster in town.
Pleasure, man.
It's really good. Thank
Yes.
you very much.